What I need is the space to create, learn and burn, the fattest J. What I need is a place to play and toy with thoughts that punish pain. What I need is the time to be great, to rest in peace and work my faith. Deserve to earn the fattest pay and employ the angels my soul they'll take and guide me wisely along the way. But this loco's a slowpoke, andale, mofo, I'm so close. Hand grenade, give me room to boom. Bombs away and tomb buffoons who love to hate. Consume some shrooms, hallucinate. You see now, your key now is part awake. Our instincts are extinct and now we stray and feed the greed we all crave. Our appetites of their sight fall and prey to demons that lead men to fall from grace as we eyeball and taste and fall in graves. All this ruckus and riots, what I need is the silence to digest the science. So I pause and wait and let it all relate. But this doesn't mean to stall your fate. I tell you what I don't need is heart to fade and the faults and fate getting all the praise.
What I need, what I need, what I need. Hit me in my zone, let me know when the zone. What I need, what I need, what I need. Get me in my zone, let me know when I'm gone. What I need, what I need, what I need. Get me in my zone, let me know when the zone. What I need, what I need, what I need. Get me in my zone, let me know when I'm gone. What I need is a spot to rock and roll my dro and grow some more. A parking lot of some awkward pot. I wanna go for strolls through an orchid of gold. I got the hots for exotic crops. Now share my shares, but it won't be sold. This one's on me. Airfare paid for, homie, breathe. Higher than the Air Force, homie, please. We about to go airborne, no need to freak. This is what you're made for. What I need is to see you in peace. I don't wanna see you suffer, I wanna see you free. I don't wanna hear your screams, I wanna hear your music, I wanna hear your dreams. I see a train wreck ahead and I'm helpless to stop your whole being from splitting apart at the seams. Inside blown into bits and smithereens as I pick up the pieces and recover from shock. We play by the rules, they flip and flop, they make and break to get to the top while we sit and rot. I'm sick of slop. Well, the taller you are, the harder you drop. How impressive, disgusting the pain you shop. Can't say you wouldn't hear a pop if I had a clear shot. They say you can't always get what you want, but I don't want much, and that's what's so frustrating. Rubbing shoulders with greatness. What I need, what I need, what I need. Get me in my zone, let me know when the zone. What I need, what I need, what I need. Get me in my zone, let me know when I'm gone. What I need, what I need, what I need. Get me in my zone, let me know when the zone. What I need, what I need, what I need. Get me in my zone, let me know when I'm gone.